Chosen ones, the journey you walk is one marked by isolation and quiet strength. As you awaken to the deeper truths of this world, you'll find yourself drifting further from the familiar, from the people and places that once offered comfort. It's not an easy path, and this isolation can often feel like an endless, silent struggle, but it's not without purpose. Every moment of solitude is a chance to uncover the layers of your true self, a process that demands courage and resilience. In these quiet spaces, you confront your deepest fears, doubts, and insecurities, and it's here that your spirit finds the strength it needs to grow. It's a journey that can feel lonely, but remember, you were chosen for this path because you possess a light that can pierce even the darkest shadows. The world around you may seem more distant, more unyielding, but that's because you are transforming into someone who can no longer be confined by its limitations. The isolation you experience is not a sign of rejection, but rather a call to embrace the power that lies within. This is your time to build a connection with your higher self, to listen to the whispers of the universe, and to understand the depth of your own spirit. As you step further into this script, you will begin to see why this journey of isolation is necessary for your evolution. It's not about breaking you, it's about refining you. It's about shaping you into the beacon of light you were always meant to be. Though no one else may fully understand the struggles you face, know that this solitude is your crucible, the place where your true strength is forged. The path may be narrow and the darkness may seem overwhelming, but within this solitude lies the key to your awakening. Embrace it, for it's within this silence that the greatest revelations are born. The moment you began to awaken, the world around you shifted. What once felt familiar now seems foreign, and the people you once connected with now feel like strangers. This awakening isn't just about seeing the world differently, it's about understanding that you were never meant to fit in. The burden of this realization can be heavy, as you find yourself drifting away from those who once filled your life with comfort and belonging. As your consciousness expands, you start noticing the illusions that others cling to, the false narratives that society feeds on. You see beyond the surface, and this vision is both a blessing and a curse. It's as if a veil has been lifted, but instead of revealing a paradise, it shows the harsh reality of a world bound by superficiality and deception. This newfound clarity makes it harder to connect with others, leaving you feeling more isolated than ever. You may find yourself questioning, why me? Why was I chosen to see things differently? This sense of being singled out can be overwhelming. You might feel like an outcast, even among those who claim to love you, but it's this very separation that sets you apart, that marks you as someone destined for a greater purpose. It's not about fitting in, it's about standing out, even if that means standing alone. The loneliness you feel isn't a punishment, it's a sign that you are breaking free from the chains that bind others. It's in these moments of solitude that your true strength begins to emerge. You're learning to rely on yourself, to trust in your intuition, and to embrace the unique path laid out before you. This journey, though isolating, is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Your isolation isn't the end, it's just the beginning of something extraordinary. As you continue to navigate this path, know that you are not truly alone. There is a purpose to your solitude, and it's in this silence that you will find the answers you seek. The irony of being chosen is that even when you're surrounded by people, you often feel the most alone. It's as if there's an invisible barrier that separates you from the rest, a feeling that no matter how hard you try, you can't quite connect with those around you. This sense of isolation doesn't always stem from physical solitude. Sometimes it's the realization that others can't see what you see, nor understand the depth of your experience. You find yourself in conversations that feel shallow, interactions that lack substance, and relationships that no longer resonate with your spirit. It's not that you've outgrown these people, but rather that your soul now seeks a different kind of connection, one that aligns with your evolving truth. This can be a painful realization as you watch friendships fade and bonds weaken, but it's a necessary part of your journey. In these moments, you may question why you were chosen to walk this path. Why must you endure this loneliness, this sense of being different? But understand that this separation is not a punishment. It's an opportunity for you to grow and strengthen your inner self. You are being guided to learn that true companionship begins within, and that the connection you seek must first be established with your own spirit. The isolation you feel isn't permanent. It's a period of preparation, a time for you to shed the layers of who you thought you were and embrace the essence of who you are becoming. In this solitude, you're given the space to hear the whispers of your soul, to reconnect with your higher purpose, and to develop the strength that will carry you forward. Yeshua, too, walked a path of loneliness, often misunderstood by those around him. In the book of Isaiah, it said, "He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief." This journey of solitude is not a sign of your inadequacy, but rather a reflection of your divine calling, a testament to the strength that lies within you. As you navigate this chapter of isolation, remember that it's not about finding others to fill the void, but about discovering the fullness of who you are when you stand alone. One of the heaviest burdens the chosen ones bear is the pain of being misunderstood. It's a feeling that cuts deeper than loneliness itself, as you watch those you care about fail to grasp your intentions, your struggles, or the path you walk. You speak your truth, but your words seem to fall on deaf ears, dismissed as if they hold no weight. This lack of understanding can make you question yourself, wondering if you're the one who's out of sync with reality. It's easy to feel frustrated when you're judged for your actions, or when others misinterpret your silence as arrogance or your kindness as weakness. You may even find that those closest to you become the ones who understand you the least, unable to comprehend the transformation taking place within you. This can be an incredibly isolating experience, but it's important to remember that not everyone is meant to understand your journey. The pain of being misunderstood often stems from a world that values conformity over authenticity. But you, chosen one, were never meant to blend in. Your purpose requires you to stand apart, even when it means facing the sting of rejection. This journey is about finding the courage to be yourself, even when the world doesn't understand or accept you. It's in these moments of misunderstanding that you begin to discover your true strength. You learn to find comfort in your own company, to trust in the path laid out before you, even when it doesn't make sense to others. And while it may feel like no one truly sees you, this is the time when you start to see yourself more clearly. Your journey is not meant to be validated by others. Instead, it's about finding validation within, knowing that you are walking a path designed specifically for you. This pain, as unbearable as it seems, is shaping you into someone who can rise above the need for external acceptance. The challenge lies not in convincing others of your truth, but in staying true to yourself despite the misunderstandings. Remember, the greatest clarity often comes from the moments when you feel most misunderstood. There comes a moment when the chosen one must face the reality that solitude is not an enemy, but a companion on this journey. It's easy to view isolation as something negative, but within this quiet space lies the opportunity to find profound insights and strength. The world's noise fades, and in the silence, you begin to hear the voice that matters most, your own. Embracing solitude is about more than simply being alone. It's about discovering who you truly are without the influence of others. It's a chance to confront your deepest fears, to understand your desires, and to connect with the divine presence that guides your path. This solitude becomes a sacred space, a place where you can strip away the expectations of the world and simply exist in your truest form. It's in this solitude that you start to realize that you are never truly alone. The Spirit of Yeshua walks with you, offering comfort and guidance. As he often withdrew to lonely places to pray, he demonstrated that there is power in seeking solitude, in stepping away from the world to reconnect with the divine. In Luke 5:16 it says, "But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed." This act wasn't one of abandonment, but one of empowerment, a reminder that solitude can be a source of strength rather than weakness. You'll find that in these moments of isolation, you begin to uncover parts of yourself that were hidden beneath the noise of the world. Your intuition becomes sharper, your thoughts clearer, and your spirit stronger. This is where you discover the essence of your being, unfiltered and unrefined, and it's a powerful experience. The journey of embracing solitude isn't about becoming disconnected from others. It's about becoming more connected to yourself and the divine energy that flows through you. As you continue to navigate this path, you'll learn that solitude is not a punishment but a gift, a chance to find the answers you've been searching for. Let the silence be your teacher, and in it, you'll discover the power that lies within you, waiting to be awakened. As a chosen one, there will be times when darkness surrounds you, testing every bit of light within your soul. These moments of despair feel overwhelming, and it's as if the universe itself is conspiring to break your spirit. You may question your strength, your purpose, and whether this journey is worth the pain. But it's important to remember that the light within you shines brightest when the world around you is at its darkest. This darkness is not meant to consume you, but to challenge you. It forces you to dig deeper into yourself, to uncover strength you didn't even know existed. When everything around you feels heavy and every step forward seems impossible, it's a sign that you're on the brink of a breakthrough. You were chosen because you possess a light that has the power to pierce through the deepest shadows. During these dark times, it's easy to feel as though you're fighting a battle you can't win. Doubts creep in, and fear whispers that you're not strong enough. But understand that even Yeshua faced moments of darkness. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done." Luke 22:42. He too experienced anguish, and it was through that darkness that his true strength was revealed. Your journey is no different. This darkness is here to refine you, to strip away everything that isn't truly you, and to reveal the brilliance of your spirit. It's a process that requires faith, resilience, and a willingness to face the shadows without fear. Every challenge you face is a chance to prove that your light cannot be extinguished, no matter how overwhelming the darkness may seem. You are not defined by the darkness that surrounds you, but by the light that shines within you. This chapter of your journey is about finding the courage to let that light shine, even when everything around you tries to snuff it out. As you face this darkness, remember that you are not alone, and within you lies a strength that cannot be broken. Walking the path of isolation is not easy, but it's a journey that every chosen one must undertake. It's a road less traveled, one that requires you to step away from the crowd and forge your own way. This path may feel barren, with no signs or markers to guide you, but it's precisely this emptiness that gives you the freedom to discover your true self. Isolation forces you to confront the parts of yourself that you've avoided, the fears and insecurities that lie buried deep within. It's in this solitude that you begin to understand your purpose, to see the world through a lens unclouded by the opinions of others. You start to realize that your strength doesn't come from external validation, but from the quiet certainty that you are walking the path meant for you. Yeshua's journey was also marked by moments of isolation. There were times when he withdrew from the masses, choosing to be alone with his thoughts and prayers. In Matthew 14:23, it's written, "After he had dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray." Later that night, he was there alone. This act of seeking solitude wasn't one of avoidance, but of preparation. It was in these moments of isolation that he found clarity, strength, and guidance for the journey ahead. As you walk this path, you may find yourself yearning for companionship, for someone to share the burden with. But understand that this journey is meant to be walked alone, not as a form of punishment, but as a rite of passage. It's a process that strips away everything that isn't truly you, leaving only the essence of who you are meant to become. The path of isolation is where you discover your resilience, where you learn to rely on your inner guidance, and where you find the strength to keep moving forward, even when the way ahead seems unclear. Embrace this solitude, for it's in these moments that you will uncover the true power that lies within you, waiting to be awakened. The journey may be long and the path may be lonely, but every step brings you closer to the truth of who you are and why you were chosen. The greatest battles you will ever fight as a chosen one are not with the external world, but within yourself. The journey of awakening brings forth inner demons, doubts, fears, insecurities that you thought you had long buried. These shadows linger, emerging when you're most vulnerable, trying to convince you that you're unworthy, that you're not strong enough, and that this path isn't meant for you. It's in these moments of internal conflict that your true strength is tested. You begin to question everything: your purpose, your abilities, and even your worth. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that these voices are telling the truth. But what you must understand is that these inner demons are not here to destroy you. They're here to challenge you, to force you to confront the parts of yourself that need healing and growth. When facing these internal battles, you may feel overwhelmed, as if the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders. But know that even Yeshua faced his own moments of anguish. When he spent 40 days and nights in the wilderness, he was tempted and tested by the devil, who sought to exploit his vulnerabilities. But with each challenge, Yeshua emerged stronger, proving that even in the face of temptation and doubt, his faith remained unshaken. You are on a similar journey. The demons you face are not stronger than you. They are reflections of the wounds and fears you've carried for far too long. It's only by confronting them that you can heal and transform. This battle is not about eliminating your inner demons, but about understanding them, acknowledging their presence, and choosing not to let them control you. As you navigate this chapter of your journey, remember that every struggle, every moment of doubt, is an opportunity for growth. It's in facing your inner demons that you uncover the depths of your strength and resilience. Let this battle shape you, for it's only through facing your darkness that you can fully embrace your light. And as you confront these shadows, know that you're never truly alone. There is a greater power within you that will always guide you through the darkest nights. Chosen ones often find themselves carrying the weight of spiritual battles that others cannot see. These battles are not fought with physical weapons, but with the strength of your spirit, your faith, and your resilience. It's a burden that feels overwhelming, as if you're constantly fighting an invisible enemy that seeks to drain your energy, your joy, and your purpose. The weight of these spiritual battles can be exhausting, leaving you feeling drained, weary, and isolated. It's as if you're waging a war that no one else understands, a war that rages within your mind and soul. But understand that this battle is not without reason. It's a testament to the power and light you carry within. The greater the light, the stronger the darkness that seeks to challenge it. Even Yeshua carried the weight of spiritual battles. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he prayed so fervently that his sweat fell like drops of blood. He faced the ultimate test of his spirit, yet emerged victorious. In Luke 22:44 it states, "And being in anguish he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground." This moment reveals that even the strongest must face their most intense battles, but it's through these struggles that they rise to their greatest strength. You are fighting these battles because you have been chosen to break chains, to shift energies, and to bring light into places where darkness has long prevailed. It's a responsibility that can feel daunting, but it's one that you are uniquely equipped to handle. Every challenge, every setback, is an opportunity for you to tap into a deeper level of strength and wisdom. This journey is not about avoiding the battles, but about learning to fight them with grace, courage, and unwavering faith. You may stumble, you may fall, but each time you rise, you become stronger. Let the weight of these battles remind you of the power you hold, a power that cannot be dimmed by the darkness around you. Embrace the challenges, for they are shaping you into the warrior you were always meant to be. And know that even in the midst of the fiercest battle, you are never truly fighting alone. One of the most painful aspects of the Chosen One's journey is experiencing rejection. It's an ache that pierces deep, as those you thought would support you turn away, unable to accept the path you walk. This rejection is not just from strangers, but often from those closest to you, family, friends, and loved ones who can't comprehend your transformation. It's in these moments that you feel the sting of isolation most profoundly, as if the very world is pushing you away. But this rejection is not a sign of your unworthiness. It's a rite of passage. It's a necessary step in shedding the attachments that no longer serve your higher purpose. Every door that closes, every person who turns their back, is a reminder that you are being redirected towards something greater. The rejection is a reflection of others' inability to see the light within you, not a reflection of your value. Throughout history, the greatest souls have faced rejection. Even Yeshua was rejected by those he came to save. In John 1:11 it says, "He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Despite this, he continued his mission, unwavering in his purpose. His journey reminds us that rejection is not an indication of failure, but a sign that you are walking a path that few can understand. The pain of being rejected is a call to look inward, to find strength and validation within yourself. It's a chance to reaffirm your commitment to your journey, to stand firm in your truth, even when the world tries to silence it. This process is stripping away the layers of who you thought you needed to be, revealing the essence of who you truly are. As you face rejection, remember that it's a catalyst for growth. It's teaching you to stand alone, to draw power from within, and to rely on the guidance that comes from your higher self. It's not about fitting in, but about rising above, about proving that you are capable of walking this path, no matter how lonely it may seem. Rejection is not the end, it's the beginning of your true emergence. There comes a time in every chosen one's journey when the noise fades, and all that remains is silence. This silence can be deafening, echoing with the doubts, fears, and insecurities that you've tried so hard to ignore. But it's within this silence that you find the strength you've been searching for, the power that has always been within you, waiting to be discovered. The silence is not your enemy. It's a teacher, guiding you to listen to the whispers of your soul. In this quiet space, you begin to hear the truths that the noise of the world has drowned out. You start to understand that your strength doesn't come from external validation or the approval of others, but from the connection you have with your own spirit. Yeshua often retreated into silence, away from the crowds, to commune with his Father. In Mark 1:35, it's written, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed." It was in these moments of solitude that he found the strength to continue his mission, to face the challenges ahead. His example shows that sometimes the greatest power is found not in the noise, but in the stillness. As you sit in the silence, you'll begin to recognize the depth of your own strength. You'll realize that you are more resilient than you ever imagined, capable of withstanding the storms that life throws your way. The silence allows you to reconnect with your purpose, to remember why you were chosen, and to draw upon the inner power that has been there all along. This journey has never been about the destination, but about discovering who you are along the way. And in the silence, you'll find that you are not defined by the opinions of others, the challenges you face, or the isolation you endure. You are defined by the light within you, a light that shines brightest when the world around you grows dark. Embrace the silence, for it is here that you will find the strength to continue your journey, to rise above the challenges, and to step fully into your purpose. Chosen ones. If you enjoy our videos and would like to support our channel, feel free to buy us a coffee. The link will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.